Yo, what's good, everybody? What is good? We are going to talk about the NBA. But first, let's get some things set up first. Let's talk about a few things first. All right. Just going to add a few things and then we will get this thing on. All right. And one more. All right. So let's start off on the biggest thing. Celtics destroyed their team. So let's start there. I think that's a good place to start. So we can all try to understand what were they thinking? What was they thinking when they made this trade? So we're gonna go to X. So we're gonna go to Shannon's Twitter and we'll pull everything up from there. All right. Let's pull this on in. Share screen. All right. Let's talk about what's going on. So we're gonna talk about how the Celtics destroyed their team. So we're gonna skip over some of these statements, some of these quotes. Ooh, Pat Spencer is gone to the Phoenix Sun. Okay. So he's leaving Golden State. Interesting. All right, so we'll save a lot of this stuff for when we get to the free agent part. Let's just talk about the main thing. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Yo, what's up, Rune? I'm still disgusted. I don't blame you, bro. I do not blame you. I would be disgusted too. I'm not even a Celtics fan, and I'm disgusted they made that trade. That was a terrible trade. So let's see how the 76ers finesse the Celtics. So 2028 first round pick that could convert from a first round to a swap that is more favorable to Boston. So let's go all the way down. So the Boston Celtics have agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to the 76ers for Paul George, 2 first round picks, and 2 second round picks. What is this? What is this? The Boston Celtics agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to Philadelphia for Paul George, 2 first round. Look, forget them picks. You gave up a young star for aging out of his prime former All-Star. What are we doing? What are we doing? Look, I get it. There was some issues with Jaylen Brown being there at this point. He had to get moved. I get that part. Totally get that part. Not gonna lie, he had to go. Too much have happened. It was time to end it. You couldn't come back from some of the things that have happened. But you couldn't get something better? What? Did you not see what Utah just got for Walker Kessler? A dude who's not even a superstar. He's not a star. He's a good center, but he's not a star. You saw what Utah got for a guy who's not on Jaylen Brown level? You couldn't get the same thing? You just gave this man away for a bottle of water. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? Maybe they got Brad Stevens in the Epstein files, and that's the only explanation I can think of. Maybe. They got him on something. They got this man on something, because you can't tell me, Brad Stevens, you really thought it was a good idea? What? Come on, man. You could have traded him to the Atlanta Hawks and got a better package deal than that. They would have gave you a bunch of draft picks, probably brought Kuminga back, gave you Kuminga, and a couple other young pieces. They would have gave you a much better package than that. You literally gave this man away for free. What is Paul George going to do for you? What is he going to do for you? He wasn't really that great in Philadelphia. And then what makes this trade even more stupid, you traded this man to a conference rival team. Why you didn't send him to the West, where at least he can't affect you? He's in the West. You don't see him unless you get to the finals. Why you didn't do that? It's those type of things that make you wonder, why did you make this trade? Where did this trade make sense? You didn't win in this trade. The 76ers finessed you. They ripped you off. You gave them a bona fide star for free. You didn't even try to ask for Tyrese Maxey or something. I don't know. You didn't even try to ask for Embiid. They probably wouldn't give up Tyrese Maxey. But I would have asked for Embiid. Even though Embiid has health issues, but still, at least it makes maybe at least a little more sense. At least it don't look as bad. It still would have been a bad trade, but it at least maybe look a little better. A little, not much, but a little. But this was a terrible trade. It was other teams out here in the league you could have traded that man to and got better stuff back for him. It was a bad trade. Like you can't make this one up. It was a bad trade. I don't understand what made Boston do this move. It does not make you better. You actually got worse. Look, shout out to Jason Tatum, amazing player. I don't know what Jason Tatum's gonna be. He got hurt again. I don't know. How do we know Jason Tatum ain't going to start having issues? I don't know. And what makes this move even worse, you traded the 2024 Finals MVP for a guy who never won a ring, never even reached the NBA Finals. And you gave him away. Why? If you're gonna give him away, get a better package. This was a bad move. This was not the move, man. This was terrible. Like, you really got, I don't know what this dude was on. This dude must have been smoking. Celtics cook here. Ain't no way. They ain't cook nothing, man. You got another Celtics fan, Jake Randall. This is betrayal. You even got Warriors fans saying no way that this just happened. Ain't no way. Like, what are we doing, man? Instead of getting Giannis onto the Kumpo, you get Paul George. What? Come on, man. You should be fired for doing this move. There's no exception to this. This move is just as bad as giving away Luka for free. Pandemic P gonna retire in a year or two. Exactly. He's gonna end up retiring. He's up in the age. He's having a lot of injuries, man. Like this ain't it, man. This type of move, you should be fired because it makes no sense. You literally just destroyed the next possibly 2 to 3 seasons. It's gonna be hard to come back from that. Like, I don't know what you're doing. You went backward. You didn't go forward. You went backwards. 76ers are the favorite in the East. I said the same thing. That's the favorite right now. They're the favorite. They got enough to win in the East. I think this team is better than the Knicks right now. The Knicks lost a major piece. Well, it wasn't really a major piece, but they lost a key piece of their championship team that went to the Celtics, Mitchell Robinson. But still, this team is better than The 76ers is better than the Knicks right now. Right now, the 76ers are my favorite. Just because you went and got Jaylen Brown. You went out here and finessed the Celtics and got Jaylen Brown. That's a big move. Him and Tyrese Maxey, and they're young. They ain't going anywhere. From the first time and forever. Embiid, he ain't got to worry about nothing. You can really watch his health now. You got them two young boys that can take care of it. What were you thinking, Celtics? Absolutely, Brad should be fired. He should be. Like, what? Lord have mercy. You literally just sabotage yourself. This team will probably be a 6th or 7th. This team can be between 5 to 8. Because you're banking on Pandemic P to step up, which he's not. He haven't been that way. He haven't been a really all-star like player in years. Jason Tatum still really recovering from that injury. And then he got hurt again. I don't know how he's gonna be. We're gonna see. But this is bad. Like, what? Like, I get it. Jaylen Brown said some things that was bad. You needed to move him at this point. And I kind of think Jaylen Brown wanted to be moved. That's fine. Move him. But get a good deal back for him. Don't give this man away for some water. Get you some wine. You got a bottle of water instead of wine. What are you doing? If I was a Celtics fan, I'll be angry. If I had season tickets, I'm selling them. I'm selling those tickets. What's the point of going to the games? We know how this is going to look. They're not going to win. You literally went out here and made a rival team better. What? If you are going to trade somebody who's a star-like level, send him to the other conference and get a nice haul back. You did both of them wrong. You got a box of Tic Tacs, a box of Skittles, and a water bottle for a star. And then you gave him to a team in your conference. What? Hey, fire Brad Steve. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Ain't no coming back for this. You cannot make this up. This is Nico Harrison type of stuff. This is you just not thinking. You have a star, buddy. How you let Utah get more for Walker Kessler than you did for Jaylen Brown? What? Whoever is running the 76ers, you finessed the heck out the Celtics. You finessed them. You took them around saying, hey, this ain't no way you let that happen. You can't let that happen. You destroyed your own team. You legit might have just helped the 76ers get to an NBA Finals because you did something this stupid. What? Oh, my God. I would have loved him to be in Atlanta Hawk, but even I know I'm not sending him to somebody in my conference. Take your ass over to the Western Conference. I'm not doing that. Go to the West. You're not coming over here. Go to the West. Lord have mercy. Or at least a can of Pepsi. You couldn't even get a Pepsi. You couldn't even get that. You got a Capri Sun. You got a Capri Sun. Hey, what's good, Tony? Want to know your thoughts on Lakers' new moves? How good do you think they'll be? Coming up to that. I'm about to get ready to come up to that, Tony. We're getting ready to go to that next. But just to wrap up this talk about the Celtics, because, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over. But that's just pitiful, man. Like, what? Like, this is what you're seeing, Boston implosion. Like, what are we doing, man? Daryl Morey taking Jaylen Brown for free. This is what you did. This is what you did. They took him away from you for free. They're literally the raccoon walking away for free. He got free food from you. What are you doing? Like, Lord have mercy. Oh, man. Oh, bro. Like, come on, man. One more, and then we're going to move on to the Lakers. So the Celtics traded Jaylen Brown. That's correct, Dave. And they originally wanted Giannis, correct? Yes, right. But they ended up with Paul George, correct. But they also got draft picks. Are these draft picks any good? No, Dave. Exactly. The draft picks that you just got, draft picks work really well when the other team that you just got them from is going to be terrible. The 76ers are not going to be terrible. Them picks are useless. Brad Stevens, you should be fired. There's no explanations to why you just did what you did, man. Unless you're getting LeBron James or somebody going to come into Boston and make a big difference, fired. Get him out of here, man. Because there's just no way that you went here and just did what you did, man. I just, it's just hard to believe that, man. So we're gonna scroll down. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about the Lakers. So Tony, this is for you, bro. This is for you. We're gonna talk about these Lakers, man. Is the Lakers signing good enough for a championship? So we're gonna talk about everybody the Lakers got. We'll go all the way down the list. Because Lakers did a lot of moves yesterday. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about my Warriors a little bit, too. So let's start off with the Lakers. We'll start off small, and then we'll go up to the big one. They got Colin Sexton on a 2-year, $19 million deal. Okay. Not crazy about Colin Sexton, but, They got Quentin Grimes, 4 years, $60 million. That's a pretty good pickup. Okay. They got Sandro Mamu. Now I ain't finna try to say that whole name. Now I ain't finna try it. 4-year, $52 million. Okay. Good. You can shoot, play defense, and all. Okay, not bad. And the big one out of all of it, the big boy trade. They got Walker Kessler. in the trade. So let's talk about the Walker Kessler trade. So my thoughts about what the Lakers did. They did good at getting their center. They did good at that. They got their center. They needed a center. They addressed that issue. Now, is he a A-list center? What Luka asked for? Luka asked for an A-list center. Is he that? I don't know. He was hurt last year. He's been hurt a lot the last 2 seasons. So I'm going to say he's a B-list center. So they're thinking he can develop to an A-list center. But overall, they got a good center. They answered that question. They fixed that problem. They needed a good center. They got that. So now Aiden will come off the bench. Aiden coming off the bench is a humongous good move. That's where he should be at. That's actually a damn good move. That looks good. Smart move. Now you got Aiden coming off the bench. I like that. That actually looks really good. So my thoughts about all their signings. They're not bad signings. The only problem I really had was the Kessler trade. I like the pickup. Don't get me wrong. I like the pickup. I think getting Kessler was the right move. Good move. It was either him or Jalen Duren. Either one. Getting Kessler, I have no problem with that. The problem that I have is what you did to get him there. That's where I got a problem with. So let's look at what the Lakers did to get him. So they gave Utah Jazz unprotected first-round picks in 2031 and 2033, first-round swaps in 28 and 2030. Sources tell Kessler will sign a massive 4-year, $130 million deal with the Lakers. So, and if I remember right, they mentioned that the Lakers will have no first-round draft picks for the next 7 years. They're all gone. My thing is this. Getting Walker Kessler was the right move. Good move. You got a center. He can be a lob threat. He's good at rim protection. He solves a lot of issues that you had. The problem is you gave up too much for him. You gave up a lot for a guy who I don't know if he's worth all that right now. He's good, but I don't know if he's worth this much though. You gave up enough to where I would have thought you were getting a star or something back. Type of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. It's a little overpaid. I feel like truth be matter. If you guys on Laker Fast Break, you can check them out. I said this on Laker Fast Break yesterday and the day before. No, yesterday. I said this on Laker Fast Break yesterday that Utah Jazz finessed you. They finessed them. The truth be told, the Lakers overpaid. You got finessed. That's the truth. You got finessed on that one. But the only way to get Walker Kessler was probably going to be overpay. You were going to have to overpay. That was your best chance to get him. If you don't overpay, you probably don't get him. So, yeah, you overpaid for him. Yeah, Utah finessed you. But that was probably the only way you're going to get him. So, I like the pickup. Getting Walker Kessler, good job, Rob Pelinka. Even though I still think you are a terrible GM and should have been fired a long time ago. You did good on this one. You got a good center. You just overpaid for him. But it's probably the only way you're going to get him, though. So I kind of had a little more time to think about it. I'm like, you know what? Yes, they got ripped off. Yes, they've been overpaid. It's the only way you're going to get them, though. Only way, man. It's the only way. So my only thing I would say this about their starting five: Luka, AR, Kessler. That's fine. The guys who are gonna be your 3 and 4, that's pretty bad. You're basically gonna have bench players being your starting 3 and 4. You still need a true starting wing and forward. You don't have that right now. So that 3 and 4 spot is gonna be a little weak. It's gonna be a little weak. Offensively, should be a really good team. They're gonna put some points on the board. Defensively, that can be an issue. Walker Kessler will be able to defend pretty good. After that, I have no idea what's going to happen. Luka and AR, they don't play good defense. I give AR credit. He tries, but their defense is just not that great. So Walker Kessler going to have to play a lot. Going to have to play some really, really amazing defense. They counting heavily on him to protect those two. And then here's my last thing, and then I'm gonna answer that question that you see on the screen. Let me see. Tony, the Lakers went from booty to ass. Tony, I think we'll be good offensively. One of the best, but defense ain't looking good. I agree, Tony. I agree. They're gonna be good offensively. Defense, I know Grimes and him can play defense, but everybody else is not that great. He was a restricted free agent, so they had to overpay. Yeah, they had to. You're not going to get Walker Kessler without overpaying. To get Walker, you got to overpay. You're going to have to get finessed and ripped off. It's the only way you're going to get him. It's the only way. Otherwise, you probably don't get him. And you could not afford to not come out this summer with a center. You got to have your center. You got to. You got to have your center. So you had to overpay. You had to. It's the only way you're going to get that dynamic center that you need. So my overall thoughts, though, about this new team structure so far, this is a 40-plus win team to me. On paper, at least, it looks like. It looks like at least a 40-plus win team. They can win at least between 40 to 50 games in that range. That's about it. If this team good enough to win a championship, I'm going to say no. This is either, I'm going to say at most a second round exit. They might can sniff the Western Conference Finals if you have some things go your way. But either way, you're not going to the NBA Finals. They're just not good enough. They're not good enough to beat San Antonio OKC right now. They need a few more things. I think they might be a summer away from having like a real discussion about being in the running for a championship. Another summer to get that starting wing and all. Unless you make something happen at the trade deadline and you don't have no picks to really trade like that. So I'm not for sure what you're gonna do. But it's not a championship team right now. Hey, come on, Room. I gotta get some type of hope. Come on, man. Western Conference start getting his hopes up. Legendary first round. Come on, man. I gotta give him some type of hope. Hey, gotta give him some hope. You never know what can happen. Like I said, on Lakers Fast Break podcast yesterday. on paper, this is not a championship team. But I'm not going to write them off and say they couldn't sit here and surprise us. Because I didn't think the Knicks were going to win a championship. They didn't look like a championship team to me on paper. But guess what? The Knicks end up being the one holding up the trophy. I mean, things can happen. The strangest things can happen. All it takes is some injuries or whatever to happen, and a path open up. So they got a shot. If things were to go your path, you need some things to go your way. Like, do I just off a brute force? No, they're not good enough. But some things go your way. Anything can happen. Anything. Blazers are low-key the best team in the West right now. Josh said, oh, no, man. Oh, man. He said the Blazers with Ja. Oh, man. I'm gonna let you have that room. Hey, man, I'm gonna let you stay on that hill, bro. Hey, man, if you're feeling really good about them, go to Underdog. Put about $5 or $10 on them right now to say they're gonna make the finals. You'll win a heck amount of money if they do. He looks like a beast defensively to me. Walker Kessler can protect the rim now. He's straight. I haven't seen a lot of his game, and I think a lot of Laker fans probably haven't either. Like, a lot of Laker fans probably haven't really watched what he can do because Utah games are not on TV because they're not a good team. So they're not on TV. They ain't on TV. I'm just saying, Rue, put that $10 on them. Hey, you never know. They never know. You might walk out of them, with a lot of money if they would have pulled it. Hey, whoever betted money on the Knicks to reach the finals off of hope, they won a lot of money. You never know. I might go put $5 on the Atlanta Hawks just for the heck of it, just to see, just for the heck of it. But it's not a championship team. And this is the truth. This is not a championship. This is not a championship team the Lakers got right now. They need a couple more moves before you can really put them at that level. But things can happen. Any team can get lucky. Something can go your way, injuries or whatever. Things can happen. But it's not good enough though. It's just it's not good enough. The biggest challenge I'm gonna say the Lakers are gonna face is that if what I think is going to happen, Lakers be like a second round exit or so. The pressure with Luka free agency is going to start next summer. Around this time, the Lakers organization and fans are going to start feeling that pressure. You're going to start getting worried. Like, will he walk? This is a good time to bring this up. The one team, and I know some Laker fans will probably laugh at this, but I wouldn't laugh at it. I would not laugh at it. Dallas could try to come back and steal him. Dallas could try to get Luka back. Now, I would think they got a good chance. A lot of the people who made that terrible trade, they're gone. They're gone. They clean house. They're gone. Cooper Flag, he can play with somebody younger who can play defense, unlike Austin Reeves. Saying that can be a problem. A lot of Laker fans probably laugh at that, but Dallas got a legit shot, especially if you go flame out in the playoff this upcoming year. The pressure gonna be on, and let's say you flame out again in the 27 playoff. In the 28 playoffs, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. The clock starts ticking because 2028 he's a free agent. He could decide to go into free agency and look around. And I wouldn't be surprised if he, not just Dallas, but anywhere, he's looking be like, I can't win here. You never know. The clock is on the Lakers at this point. The Lakers did go all in. They did their job. They went all in. It's time to deliver. You better start making a deeper run starting this season and next. Otherwise, you might start sweating a little bit. You might really be at risk of going back to them dark days again, man. Them dark days is something else. Missing another superstar, in my opinion. Yeah, another star would be good. I know some people think Jokic might pop up. Personally, I think Jokic is gonna re-sign with Denver. He just gonna put pressure on them to make more moves by not extending right away. Put some pressure on, make him do some work, and then sign it. Which would be smart. Which would be a smart thing to do. But another star would work. Austin Reeves should be your third man. Or personally, I think Austin Reeves should come off the bench. Personally, me, but I know with that type of pay, he's not gonna do that. But that's just what I think. He should come off the bench. But here's the thing, though, Tony. Here's the thing. The biggest thing that I haven't heard a lot of people bring up is, and I might mention this on the next podcast with the crew on Laker Fast Break, is that a lot of people in your starting lineup don't have a lot of playoff experience. Walker Kessler never been to the playoff before. He do not know what that animal is like. He's gonna be brand new to it. Grimes and Mamu, they didn't do that great in the playoff. So, they got a chance to make up for that. But you got a lot of dudes who either don't have a lot of playoff experience or didn't perform well in the playoff. It's one or the other. Austin Reeves, he just came back from injury, but the last several playoffs, he's been pretty bad. He's been bad. So you going into the playoff this year with more, I'm gonna say, uncertainty. Luka gonna show up, but you don't know about the rest of them. That's what you don't know. Is Austin Reeves gonna show up? Walker Kessler, never been to the playoff. He don't know what that pressure is like. How is he gonna handle it? Is he gonna handle it good, or is it gonna be too much and he fold? Who knows? We don't know. He might handle it good. Who knows? But you're gonna go into the 27 playoff with a little more uncertainty than you did this past playoff. Marcus Smart, he been in the playoff before. Luke Kennard, been in the playoff before. LeBron, he been in the playoff. Don't won championships. Luka, been in the playoff before. AR, been in the playoff before. You have more dudes. Rui, been in the playoff before. You have more dudes who've been battle tested before. This upcoming season, you don't have that many. You do not have that many. The guys who are going to play key minutes for you, they don't have that. They don't have that much experience being in the trenches like this that you're about to be in. So that's another reason why I don't expect much from them this first playoff run when they go in. I don't expect much. I wouldn't be surprised if Walker Kessler played bad. I wouldn't be. The first playoff. You're coming from an organization that was just losing for picks, losing game on purpose. What do you expect from a guy from that type of organization? He's gonna probably struggle. He's never been on a team that's looking to win right now and has more eyes looking at you and more pressure. Going from Utah Jazz to Los Angeles Lakers is a big jump. You're going to have more people looking at you. There's going to be more pressure on you. You're going to be more expected of you, especially with that big contract. It's going to be a different animal. It's going to be a different animal for him coming from Utah to here. This ain't Utah, buddy. We're actually trying to win, not collect draft picks and get our ass whooped on purpose. You're going to be on TV a lot now. Versus in Utah, nobody was watching you. You was not on TV. It's a different jump, man. Y'all forgetting to bring up the young Lakers GOAT. The young Lakers GOAT, who that is? You better not be talking about Bronny James. Bronny, get me some bottle of water. That's what you can do. I don't know if they expect Kessler to turn into a star. I don't know, Tony. They might. You paying all that money, you might be thinking he's going to be a star. They might be hoping he's going to turn into a star. Just saying. They might be hoping of it. They might be hoping that he will turn into a bona fide star. Or at least an all-star at most. At least an all-star at least. At minimum. All-star. But they're expecting a lot from him. And, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask of a guy coming from an organization who was mainly trying to lose. Wasn't playing for much of nothing. So you got a guy coming in with a lot of expectations on him, knowing that he's never been in this spot before. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes some adjusting. some adjustments to be made. But first season, give him time to figure it out. But at the same time, you don't got time to figure it out. You got to figure it out right now. Right now, you got to figure it out right now, because Luka free agency is looming. You cannot afford to flame out badly next year, or otherwise Luka gonna start looking around. And I'm telling you, people, I'm telling y'all, boy, Dallas gonna be one of those teams like, Luka, come back home, man. Come back to where you belong. That's what they're gonna say. That's exactly what them folks in Dallas are gonna say. I'm telling you. Bron made sure Bronny secured the spot before bouncing. Ultimate finesse. I'm telling you, that's the ultimate finesse. Hey, shout out to Bron for that, though. That's the ultimate finesse. That man made sure Bronny got paid and got a spot before he left. That is crazy, man, how Bron did that. Let's go into Bron topic now. This one won't be that long. Let's go into Bron topic. But just to wrap it up, though, about the Lakers, man. A lot of expectations going to be on the young guys coming in. A lot of them coming from situations where either they didn't do that great in the playoff or just never been there. And, of course, Walker Kessler, never been to the playoff. Never been on a team that's trying to win. Never had that much pressure that he's going to have as a Los Angeles Laker. Never had that many eyes watching him play or watching him closely. When he was in Utah, nobody wasn't really watching him like that. Nobody wasn't paying attention to the Utah Jazz. But going from Utah to the Lakers, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you now. A lot of people are watching. So whatever mistakes that you made when you was with Utah, people are going to be laser eyeing that more closely now. So whatever mistakes you made on the court when you tongue twisted. Whatever mistakes you made as a Utah Jazz on the court, that's going to be more discussed as a Laker. So it's a big difference. It's a big difference making that jump. Big difference. So let's talk about where is LeBron going? Where is Bron going? So, of course, nobody knows exactly, where LeBron is headed to. Nobody knows. But what we do know, see, can we pull him up on the screen? What we do know is three main teams are in a discussion for LeBron services. Whew, we gotta go through a lot. What we do know is, there we go. What we do know is so far is that three teams. The Warriors are one. The Cavs are the second. The Heat are the third. So, hold on, guys. All right. So, where is Bron going? Bron's going to go to either one of those three places, I think. I think it's going to be either Miami, Cavs, or Warriors. That's what it looks like, the big three. Now, he did say he's willing to take the minimum amount. He's not worried about money. He's just worried about being happy and being able to compete. So that means every team in the NBA, except the Lakers, all got a shot at getting LeBron James. Now, me personally, if I was a Laker fan, I would take that as a shot when he sat there and said, I want to go where I can compete to win and be happy. That means two things. He wasn't happy being on third option, and he don't think he can win with you. He said those two things without saying it. Just saying. So, where do I think he's going to go? I think it's going to be those three teams. I would really be surprised if a Minnesota or he's not going to go to the Knicks. So, actually, I'm going to say 2018. He's not going to the Knicks. He just won. Actually, no. We're going to say 2016 he might go to. We're gonna get rid of OKC and the Spurs. I don't think he would go there. He couldn't go to those two teams because those two teams, it would just make him look bad. If he went to OKC or the Spurs, that would look bad. He would never live that down. So scratch that. Knicks just won a championship. Can't go there. Look bad. Scratch that. Lakers, he don't want to go there. He left you. He's not coming back. Scratch that. So 26 teams that he could go to. You know he ain't going to Brooklyn. You know he ain't going to Chicago. You know he ain't going to Washington Wizards. We know he ain't coming to my Atlanta Hawks. We know he ain't going, well, I won't say we know he ain't going to the Pelicans. We know he ain't going to Indiana. We know he ain't going to the Kings. So it's almost pretty easy to just about to name the list of teams that he could be going to. Like Minnesota, T-Wolves, they got a chance of landing him. Whoa, 3 All-Star starters for the first time in team history. Wow. All right, that was WNBA. So we know at least some teams like Minnesota, Denver, or 76ers, Boston, Miami, these other playoff teams, yeah, he could go there. You never know. Personally, go home to the Cavs and do your farewell tour. That's the right way to close the chapter. Go to the Cavs and end it right there. End it where it all started. It doesn't matter where he goes. He already lost his position in the GOAT conversation. He lost his position in the GOAT conversation for me, a long time ago. I've been said he the second greatest player that ever played the game. I always felt like that for a long time. But at least 26, like I say, less than that. Probably like a little under 20 teams got a legit shot of getting LeBron James. A legit shot. So let's see. You got Cavs, Warriors, Miami Heat, Denver, Minnesota, 76ers, Boston. I feel like I'm probably missing the other teams so far. But let's think about the West. So we know Thunders and OKC not going there. But he could end up going to, of course, the Warriors, Denver, Minnesota. Man, what other? Well, you know what I'm trying to say. There are some teams that you know for a fact that he would most likely go to and definitely not going to go to. We know he's not going to Chicago or Brooklyn or New Orleans Pelicans. No, he ain't going there, bro. Charlotte Hornets, nah. Like, it's pretty easy. It's almost pretty easy to name where he might end up going. I think he's to the Warriors. Draymond, his best friend. That's what I think. And you know what, Room? I'm actually gonna bet some money that he's going to the Warriors. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna be a Warrior. It's because Draymond made that tweet like he knows something's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be the Warriors. He said he want to go. He said it's not about the money, but he also want to be happy. He'll be happy with Draymond and stuff. He'll be happy. Now, am I thrilled to have that? No, because I know you're not going to win. You're not going to win no championship. You're just going to go out here and have fun. That's what you're going to do. Go have fun, and that's it. Ride till the wheels fall off. Go into the sunset. This ain't going to be no championship team. This is going to be just go have fun, and that's it. I don't want to see the Atlanta Dreams on TV. They let me down. Lost another game. Yeah, that's not it, man. Not it. Yeah, if you're not worried about money and said he always wanted to play with, that's the other thing too. That's why I think it's gonna be either the Warriors or Cavs. He's gonna go home or he's going to the Warriors. Because a lot of signs do point to the Warriors. He always said he wanted to play with Steph. But I will say, if he goes to the Warriors, don't be surprised if people try to hold it against you now. Just saying. Even though I will admit, and I'm not a LeBron guy, but I don't think you can hold it against LeBron, though. It's not a good Warriors team, bro. This is not the same Warriors team that Kevin Durant jumped to. This is legit a bad Warriors team. So, just saying. Just saying, man. Oh, man. I'm only looking at TV at the same time. But you can't say that this is the same situation. It's not. It's not the same. This is a bad Warriors team. So, but I agree. He should go to the Cavs or Heat for fair. Yeah, personally, he should go to the Cavs. You can go to the Heat if you want to. Like you managed to forgive Dan Gilbert, so you can forgive Pat Riley for being angry with you and all that. You can forgive that. But truthfully, you should go to the Cavs. Go home. Go back to your hometown. Do your farewell tour from there, man. I'm telling you, them people from in the Cavs will love you. They'll love you, boy. They love you there. The people in the Cavs will always love you. They're gonna give you the best farewell tour possible. The Warriors, them people ain't got no connection to you, man. I wouldn't even go there. Why would you go to the Warriors? Unless it really is about playing with stuff and all that. Yeah, facts. If they want to chip together, it wouldn't have had an asterisk on it. Like KD Rings, hey, I enjoyed dominating the league for all them years, but it ain't gonna be the same as that. Though. It ain't gonna be the same. Yeah, if they won a championship together, even like I said, you can't say nothing against Steph and LeBron on that one. It's not the same. It was a bad Warriors thing. It ain't like they won 50 or 60 plus games or went to the Western Conference Finals or something. You can't hold that against LeBron on that one. You can't. If LeBron and went to the Warriors and they won a championship together, you can't put that against them. You can't. Because that was a bad team. That was a bad team. So we'll see what happened with the Warriors. We'll see what happened with LeBron, and will he go to the Warriors? Will he go to the Heat? Will he go to the Cavs? Will he go to Minnesota? Will he go to Denver? Will he go to 76ers or whatever? We'll see. We're gonna see what happens in that long run. But to get ready to wrap up this show, we'll talk about a little bit of NBA free agency thoughts. So we'll run through some of the things that have happened in free agency. So we'll talk about the big names. Kawhi Leonard going from the Clippers to Toronto. That's pretty big. Nobody expected, Kawhi Leonard to end up returning to the Toronto Raptors. So that was interesting to see that happen. So to see him say he wanted to go back to the Raptors to retire there, that's interesting. But I will say this, and then we'll keep on going. Hey, Kawhi Leonard, did you want to go to Canada because you knew that they're going to find out about what you did with those fake trees with aspiration? You trying to lead the States because of that? Just saying. There could be a reason why you want to go to Toronto. Why you want to go there? You're not going to win there, right? But, okay. So, let's keep on going. Asmunding. I probably said his name so wrong. He's going to the Milwaukee Bucks. You got DeAndre Jordan coming back to the New Orleans Pelicans for his 19th season. About time for him to retire. Tim Hardaway Jr. going to the Miami Heat. Now, that's interesting. Yeah, Kawhi really wasted 7 years in LA. Yeah, he really did. He wasted it. He wasted a lot of years, man. He pretty much blew it. Truthfully, you should have stayed in Toronto. Should have stayed. You really should have stayed in Toronto, buddy. So Tim Hardaway Jr. going to the Miami Heat on a 1-year, $6.5 million deal. Keep on going. Brandon Carson, the 7-footer, signed a 1-year deal with the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Yeah, the Clippers it's just the Clippers being the Clippers, nothing new. You're right about that. Right about that, Tony. Ain't nothing new about them pretty much destroying their franchise, pretty much doing nothing. Ain't nothing new when it comes to that franchise. Kobe Sanders signed a 4-year, $11.2 million deal to return to the Clippers. Now this is a big free agent move. This was a guy a lot of teams wanted, including the Lakers. A lot of teams wanted Keon Ellis. He agreed to a 2-year deal to the Brooklyn Nets. Not for sure why the Brooklyn Nets trying to get all these guards. That's a little weird. But sharpshooter Luke Kennard agreed to a 2-year deal with the Phoenix Sun. Now I say that was a not really surprised he left, but that was kind of a big loss for the Lakers on that part. You lost a sharpshooter, but I say that wasn't a bad loss though. You got younger, and that's one thing I give the Lakers too. They got younger, got much younger. Zach Collins 2-year deal to the Chicago Bulls. Dean Wade 4-year deal to the Philadelphia 76ers. That's a good pickup for the Sixers. Bogdanovich 1-year deal to the Houston Rockets. Okay. Good pickup for the Houston Rockets. They need some offense, so they get a good shooter. Good pickup. Now, this is a big loss for the Lakers. This was a big one. This was one of those big losses. You lost Marcus Smart to the Houston Rockets on a 2-year, $13 million. So, Houston Rockets, once again, took a player from the Lakers. Maybe this time, this one will work out. DFS didn't work out for the Lakers, but not for the Lakers, but he didn't work out well with Houston. But maybe Marcus Smart will. So, what else? John Collins 3-year deal. John Collins going to Detroit Pistons. That's a good pickup. Norman Powell. Now that's a big loss for the Miami Heat. Big loss. Norman Powell going to Chicago Bulls. Ariel Hikporti going to Philadelphia. I don't even know who that is. Nikolio Bunchicic. I probably said the name. I said the name wrong. But Nikola is going to Orlando Magic. He's going to Orlando Magic on a 1-year deal. Mike Conley Jr. going to the Boston Celtics. There you go, Rune. You got Mike Conley. Yeah, he's pretty much aging. On the way to retirement. Mo Wagner going to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. Interesting. Javion Carter going to the Orlando Magic. So he's returning to Orlando. Mitchell Robinson, who just won a championship with the Knicks, going to the Boston Celtics. There you go, Rune. Mitchell Robinson, Boston Celtics. Oh, man. Of course, we know about Walker Kessler. We'll skip over that. We already talked about all that. Talked about all the Lakers moves, so keep on going. DeAnthony Milton coming back to the Warriors. I do like that pickup. I do like that. I like Milton. He was really good for the Warriors. He's been pretty good. There you go. There what go? He should be at the retirement home. Hey man. Hey, you got to keep that money flowing, man. You can't keep living that rich lifestyle when you're not in the league no more. Trying to keep it going, man. Hey, he said he gonna be in that locker room to mentor and teach them young fellows that you got. Oh man, that boy Room said he should be at the retirement home. Oh man, hey, at least Braun and Steph will be must-watch TV. That is true. A lot of people will be watching the Warriors with Braun and Steph. Everybody around the world will be watching it. I can guarantee you, every Warriors game will probably be on TV. They will probably be on TV every night, just about. Must-watch TV. Yeah, I can guarantee you that much. Elijah Martin going to Toronto Raptors. Not even sure who that is too much. Kelly Oubre. Haven't heard his name in a while. He's going to the Indiana Pacers. Tobias Harris to San Antonio Spurs. I don't really understand that one. I'm not for sure why the Spurs wanted Tobias Harris. That's a little weird. Respect to Mike Conley, but he should have retired with Laurie. Hey, I totally agree. He should have. He should have retired by now, but he wants to keep playing. Hey, you think they make the playoffs? Oh, what team you talking about? Which team, Tony? Are you talking about the Celtics? Are you asking about the Celtics, Tony? Yeah, tell us in the chat. You asking about the Celtics or another team? But if you're asking about the Celtics, I think they still make the playoff. Probably a first round exit, but I think they make the playoff. Let's see. Yeah, we won't talk about this no more. This is bad memories for Room, so we'll skip over that. Santi Aldama, he going to Dallas Mavericks. Marvin Bagley, haven't heard his name in a long time. Going to the Denver Nuggets. Unfree forget it. Simons going to the Philadelphia 76ers. Forget it. Kyle Anderson going to Toronto Raptors. Oh, Warriors. Oh, okay, Warriors. You think they make the playoffs? I think they make the playoffs. I think they make the playoffs. I think the Warriors make the playoff. They ain't gonna win, but they'll make the playoff. That's for sure. This off of sheer star talent, they'll make the playoff and then get bounced by one of them young teams. First round exit. Not know if Tatum stays healthy. That Eastern Conference Finals team. That's a big question. Is he gonna stay healthy? I have no idea. I gotta see if they can stay healthy. Anything can happen. He can probably get to the Western. I might say Western. Probably can get to the. He can. Ain't no probably. He can get to the Eastern Conference Finals if he's healthy. You should be able to carry that. Carry people like Pandemic P and all of them. But you never know. Unless you get bounced by the Knicks or something. But you never know. You should be able to do that. If he's healthy. Now, if he's not healthy, yeah, they're going to get them lottery picks and stuff probably already. He's probably going to be a first round exit for sure if he's not healthy. And this was 5 hours ago. Tyus Jones, he's returning to the Denver Nuggets. So Denver made some moves. You see, Denver made a few moves. So Tyus Jones to the Denver Nuggets. Okay. Pat Spencer, who played with the Golden State Warriors the last couple of seasons. Pat Spencer is headed to the Phoenix Suns. That's a good pickup for Phoenix. Good pickup. Billy Donovan, who stepped down from the Chicago Bulls coaching position and who used to coach Oklahoma City Thunder, is now taking the lead assistant coach position with the Spurs. Good pickup for the Spurs. Good pickup. Restricted free agent Tari Eason has agreed to a 5-year, $81.5 million. God dang, that's a lot. To return to the Houston Rockets. Not bad to bring him back. Good pickup. He just need to work on that jump shot a little bit. Get better with his jumper. Look like that's pretty much it. That was 3 hours ago. So it looks like that's pretty much it. So that's a lot of the free agency moves that we at least know about. So the only real question that is left of free agency right now is pretty much where is Bron going? That's the pretty much question that we are waiting to find out with the rest of free agency at this point. But it's been a pretty much interesting, thing so far. Free agency has been interesting. Yeah, everyone's waiting on Bron's decision. Yeah, everyone's waiting at this point. Everyone's waiting. I get the feeling more moves might happen after Bron make that announcement. But I know one thing I'm going to do, though. I know one thing I am planning on doing. I'm not for sure if you guys know about Kalshi. I'm going to go on Kalshi and I'm going to put $5 that LeBron going to be a Warrior. I'm going to bet that money. And then when he becomes a Warrior, I will cry in despair. I'm going to be like, damn. Now we got to deal with that drama. I actually like the Lakers' moves, but they're missing defense. Okay. Yeah, they look good offensively. They need to be improved on defense, though. Because your guards on the wing ain't going to be able to guard nobody that well. Your main guards, your main top players on the wing are not good defenders. So they gotta try to find a good starting wing who can defend. Not for sure they're gonna be able to do that this off season. Might be the trade deadline, but then we'll see. We'll see what they do. How much you gonna make off that $5? Man, that's what we're gonna find out. I actually wonder. I wonder, can I see what I would make if I were to do that too? Let's see. It might be already out there, honestly. So let's take this off the screen. Remove that. All right. Share screen. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Can you see? What would I make if? Oops. What would I make if I were to do it? Let's see. I can't see what I really want to see too. It's not showing it. Man. Yeah, it's not showing me what I want to see. Really? That's all I would make? Wow. That is not much of nothing. Really? I would make $17 if I'm right. How about I put 20? $70? So you gotta bet some money to really make some money right now. So they kind of give you an idea of what they will pay. That gives you pretty much an idea. That is not much, man. Let me see. I can get more than that. I'm just trying to see, because that ain't nothing. You would have thought it'd be a little bit more than that. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta spend that money. Money they want. Yeah, they want you to spend. To make the money, you gotta spend it. And I'm not about to do that. I'm not doing that. Heck no. Too much uncertainty on that. Yeah, you gotta spend some money. That's what it looks like. Let's see. Let's see if I would have bet 100. Dang, $100 will only get you 365. Wow. So it's more money if you say yes than no. Man, I might still put. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It went up a little bit. It went almost to $20 now. I might put $5 on it. Just say it. Who knows? I might get lucky and win a little bit more. We'll see. We're gonna see then. But hey, if you guys want to bet a little money, go out there and put something on Braun. See where he go. But we're gonna go and get ready to end this stream, man. Not worth it. Laugh out loud. I wish they banned sports gambling, ruining the sport highly. Yeah, it don't ruin it. It don't ruin it a lot because you don't know what's real anymore when you watch, these games. You don't know. You don't know like if these dudes really missing shots. Are they like missing shots on purpose or they actually missed it? You just don't know anymore because gambling don't ruin sports a lot. So it's just hard to say what's real and what's not anymore on these sports shows, not sports shows, in these games, whether it's football, basketball, or whatever. You just don't know if it's real anymore. But we're gonna get ready to end this show, guys. We're gonna get ready to call it a night, man. Good stream. We'll probably do another stream if some more stuff happens, but we'll definitely do more streams if more stuff happens. Yeah, that dude might get a 10 or 15 year sentence. He might get a good sentence because they showed the footage. It was obvious what you was doing, man. You got caught, so he might serve some major time. But that's what happened when you out here doing all that gambling. But we're gonna go and get ready to end this stream, guys. Good show. Like I was finna say, we'll stream more if more news happen. It's pretty quiet right now. It's the off season, so it's not a lot to really talk about. But I might do another show tomorrow that's talking about the Atlanta Dream. I mean, not the Atlanta Dream, but the WNBA All Stars. I might talk about that list that is out officially out there. I don't know how the hell nobody from the Atlanta Dream is a starter. Not nobody's a starter. I don't agree with that, but this is what it is. I know Alicia and Ryan Howard kind of down, but I would have thought Angel Reese would at least become a starter. That's a little shocker. But good night, bro. Take it easy, guys. And screw Sony. Yeah, that physical stuff with Sony, man, that's just. Even though I buy most of my games digital now, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't really buy games on disc anymore. I got the PS5 Pro, so I'm all disc. I'm all disc. I mean, not all disc. I'm all digital. I'm on the PS5 Pro. We're all digital now. I'm pretty much all digital on all my games. I haven't bought a physical disc game in a long time. I just don't do disc anymore. But that's still scummy to take that option away from me. You should still leave that option for people who may want it. That's just messed up on Sony part. People vote with your wallets, man. Vote with your wallets. They might reverse it because that comment section on Twitter is ugly, boy. They are giving it to Sony right now. But we're going to end this show, man. Everybody whoa, look at that. $5 increasing. I might go do it. Hey, Bron, come on to the Warriors. Make me some money. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But auction should always be there. And I hope they reverse it. But good night, bro. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope they reverse it. Give that option. Let people have that option. Don't just force me to be digital. Allow me to decide, do I want to be digital or want to have the disc. Let me have that option. Let me make that call, not them. Definitely not them. But all right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you on the next stream. And everybody, enjoy your 4th of July. Have a blessed 4th of July with your family. And we'll see you on the next NBA sports show. Like I said, we'll probably talk about the WNBA next, probably for like 30 minutes, maybe tomorrow. But see you on the next stream. Have a good 4th of July. And have a good night, everybody. Peace out, guys.